We are live now on Strategy is start up earning something this 25. 25. I'll urge everyone should start. The basic reason for this live podcast is for us to understand or know the best options to start, know how to start you something. That's going to be like a guide to start off something right now, right away. No dumb moments or you want to start a business with zero capital, or you want to start earning, but you don't know how to start. I'm here to attend to every bit of the question. I apologize for the background noise. My office is actually located by the side of the road. Possibly, I should get a better place to avoid the interruptions and the friends on how to start. Want to start a business? You don't. I'm going to give out like 5 best options to start up something or to start a business with zero or little capital. They will give out top 5 strategies. But not just limited to these 5 strategies. Definitely get your required results. These are the things I've applied and they have. I believe that if duly applied, you put in your effort, you put in your time, your dedication, and your commitment. There's no how you invest your time, your passion in something. We are still live on how to start earning this year 2025. Bring in your questions. Your questions are welcome concerning how you want to start earning, but you don't know how to go about it. Still your favorite blessing of the Smart Circle, the host moment to CEO. I apologize for the bad network. I'm experiencing very bad network. So bring up your questions on how you want to start earning. Is it that you want to start up a business and you don't know what kind of business you want to start? Or you don't even have the capital to start that business of your choice? Or rather you have the capital but you don't know the kind of business you want to go into. Today in my life, these are the things we are going to be the topic for the discussion for the day. Waiting for questions to pop in so that we can start. Best options that had worked for me, that I have applied and they worked for me. If duly applied and you put your efforts, invest your time, and you're committed, you are dedicated, I believe it's going to work out. You're going to drive results. There's nothing anyone does on earth as long as you invest your time, you invest, there is love for that thing you do, solving problem. It's just a matter of little time. You will drive the result which you've been looking over the years to get. A friend of mine in business asked me a question. She said, I run a business, decoration business. She's into decor. I run a business and she discovered that she earns little. And the second thing is that she told me was that there's no longer passion or drive for this decor business, which she has been running over the years. She wants to change from the business she was running to a 9 to 5 job. She happens to be a graduate. She wants to get back to her career, to start working for someone instead of running this business, because it's no longer driving this results. Their expectations were not met running that business. Then I asked her two particular questions. I asked her, have you considered, do you really have passion for this business? Not just passion. Do you run it because you want to earn money? Do you actually run this business because you feel like it's a necessity to own a business and to earn money? Do you really have love or really committed in this kind of business you've been doing? Suddenly you want to change your business to venture into a 9 to 5 job. Chinan answered and said, well, because there was no job and she had to. Okay, then the second question I asked her, what are the strategies you've put in place to rebrand this business? What are the things you've been doing to spice your business up to make it attractive? There was no answer. I can remember I asked her the third question. Over the years which you've been operating this business, were you able to keep the track record of your business portfolio or the things you've achieved so far running this business? The answer was no. So I assessed that she just ventured into the business because she wants to run a business, because she wants to earn something, because there was no job at that point in time. That is going to be disastrous if that is your foundation to start up this particular business you want to start this year. All the expectations you've actually brought in mind will not be met. If you are starting up a business because you want to earn so much money, I advise people who want to venture into business shouldn't have, the primary goal shouldn't be, I want to make money. Because by the time you run this business, the first 6 months, and it's not yielding income, believe me, you're gonna be very frustrated. Business requires preparation. It requires your commitment. It requires your passion. It requires what you love doing. Even if you don't earn anything, but you keep running or you keep rendering that service. And at the end, as you continue in such a business, little by little, you are going to achieve or attain that success which you are aiming at. Remember that starting up a business is not easy. Running a business is never easy. It's not the journey for the weak, because a lot of things are required. A lot are required for someone to venture into business. So it needs proper preparations. A business will require your experience, require your planning, require you to invest your time, require you to deprive yourself of pleasure, require you to let go of so many things, require your commitment. You can take your time during the night trying to put things in place. Starting up a business is never a journey for the weak. It's rather a journey for those who are prepared in their mindset. It requires psychological preparation because you are going to meet obstacles on your way as you are trying to venture into a business. So there are many things, many factors to be considered before one could be able to venture into business. Your primary goal shouldn't be erase this primary goal of many people saying, I want to make money, that is why I want to go into business. Your primary goal should be, what kind of problem is my business going to solve? My business, will it put smiles on the faces of people? Is it going to help solve major problems? If that is a yes, it means that there is light at the end of the road of that particular business. Number second option is venturing into business should have at the back of your mind that you must invest a little capital into it. If not a little capital, you must invest your knowledge. You must be knowledgeable in that specialty, in that service. You can't just wake up one day and say, I want to run a business. At least you must have experience, build a portfolio before you think of to venture into this particular business. Okay? Now, another thing to consider before you venture into a business is time management. How can you be able to manage your time? How can you be able to schedule your time, to create out valuable time, your quality time for this business? So let us proceed to the factors to consider before you plan of venturing into a business. Before we now get to how you can, options of the things or the strategies to implement to start up earning something. But before you get to that, there are factors to consider before you think of how to earn. So I talked about experience, building experience on your portfolio, because that is where what you know, your knowledge will be required. People will want to know if you are vested in this service you are rendering, if you have in-depth knowledge, if you can be able to solve problems, if you can satisfy people's needs and wants. Your business, there is green light if it's a yes to all these things I have mentioned. Then quality time is to be considered. Then depriving yourself of pleasure, having sleepless nights sometimes. Be prepared, you are going to have sleepless nights. Prepare your mind that you are going to meet work out just like that because you want to venture into business. Results are not going to come just because you want to venture into business for an instant. You need to put up your time, put up your resources, your knowledge is required, your passion, your love to serve is as well required. Then let us now get into the option, the options to start earning something. Now that we've answered these questions that I've asked so far, remember I used a friend of mine who was in business to make an instance, an example. She ventured into a business she never had passion for. She doesn't even know if her business is solving her basic goal for starting up this decor business is primarily just to make money. What if that money doesn't come? That is when frustrations steps in. So now let us get into options to consider before you venture into that business that will enable you to start earning. Not just a business, you can start earning choosing these options I'm about to run down. We're going to start from 5 to 1, a countdown. Number 5 option is consider what you love. Consider your potentials. Your potentials in the sense that the things you are born with, your strengths, the things you love or you see yourself doing, then you consider, for instance, let me use an example. I want to use myself as an example. One of the businesses I own, which happens to be industrial cleaning, it has helped me very well. I've earned so much utilizing, running this business of mine. Aside from my teaching business, which falls in the business niche, my side hustle business, which is industrial cleaning, I discovered I have passion for cleanliness, for neatness, for everything being in its perfect shape. I could literally take my time trying to put things in order in my house, anywhere I found myself, in my previous workplaces, in my previous offices. I'll come to work early and I'll try to put the office in place. I'll try to clean up the place, even though the janitor hadn't resumed work for the day. I'll clean up the whole offices for everybody before I'll resume my normal duties. So I never knew that I should look into it. It could earn me money for over the years. When I visit, I spend time washing. I just love doing them. I don't get tired. This is just like a hobby, something I love to do. So over the years, once upon a time, I started to like, wow, I could possibly utilize this hobby of mine and use it to earn something. Then was when I created my industrial cleaning business through my hobby, through my passion. So hobby, passion, potentials, you can discover one particular thing you can monetize, which you love doing. You monetize that thing and you start earning. But do not bear in mind that, like I've said, do not bear in mind the primary goal is to make money first, because that money is not going to come boom like that. No, it's going to take a little while when you are known, when people actually, you are known with this particular thing. That is when patronages will start coming. They want to see what you know. They want to see what you can do before they could hire you and pay you. People want to see how well you can do this particular thing before they could hire you. And most people also want to see what you've done for another person before they can trust you to hire you for something, before they could pay you. So now, what am I saying? I have done this for over the years without thinking of how I can be able to monetize, but I have it as a hobby, a passion to make everywhere I find myself very clean. So now I need to perfect it. I need to perfect the art of cleaning. And now, because I'm looking at monetizing this hobby of mine, so now I applied for a job, a cleaning job, and I started cleaning. I was paid for several months and I perfected my cleaning skill before I now created a service, industrial cleaning service. Remember, I mentioned experience, I mentioned hobby or passion or love for a particular thing. So then I now ventured into this particular, I launched this industrial cleaning business. Even though I earn little, very little, at the start, I started earning very little. But as far as I am helping to solve problems, because my target audience or my client was basically busy parents who don't really have enough time to put things in place in their houses, who are so busy to give time to keep their homes or their offices tidy. So I now stepped in to solve that particular problem on that cleaning skill. I try to improve. Then that is where I say your hobby. That was one of my hobbies. I love to clean. So I now monetize this my cleaning skill and created a business for myself. That was how I started earning. Remember I said when I started off the business, I had challenges and met hurdles, really hurdles. Like I could literally get a contract, but I keep trying, I keep pushing, I keep improving until I started to get um, jobs from people. People started calling me up for cleaning services, for cleaning jobs. So that was how I created an earning opportunity for myself using one of my hobbies, what I love doing. That is number one option. The number two option, which you can start earning this year, 2025, is to learn a skill, learn a profitable skill. In our next live, if you want us to talk about the types of skills to acquire or to learn this year, 2025, just let me to know in the comment section so that in our next live podcast, we'll discuss profitable skills one can learn to make money this year. Then back to option two, option four, because that is a countdown from 5 to 1. Option four is to learn a profitable skill. It could be one of the profitable skill, which is digital marketing skill, social media management, copywriting skill, and etc. That is number four option to start earning something. If you want us to talk about the strategies on how to start this service, let me to know in the comment section below as well. So number three option to start earning, you could consider this year to start earning as soon as possible, is to get a 9-to-5 job. Yes, you heard me right. I know it could be daunting, time consuming. You need to sacrifice your time, but at the end, it's will really, really pay off. Starting a 9-to-5 job, but make sure when you want to start a 9-to-5 job, before you start applying, let it be in your area of interest, in your area of your strengths. Let your portfolio align with your area of strength, what you've achieved in the past. You've helped one or two offices to achieve. That is where companies are really looking at, not just your degree. Your degree is very important, but the most important thing is if you have your degree and you add your skill to it, the opportunity you can start to earn this year is to start selling a product, sell something. You can start this with little or no capital. You can start it by getting to know someone who is into product selling. But before you sell a product, make sure you know you have the information or the knowledge of the products you are giving to people. Make sure it's something, if it's edible, make sure it's something that you can be able to consume. Make sure the products you sell are the things you can be able to use by yourself before you sell to another person. The number one is creating a service for yourself. If you cannot have these options, these four other options are not best suitable for you, create a service for yourself. There are many ways through one can create a service for him or herself to start earning something. But before creating that service, make sure you are knowledgeable enough in that field. You can start teaching people what you know. You offer free service first, then you can start earning from that knowledge of yours. It can be teaching people of what you know. It can be um, using your skill, using your talent. You monetize your talent and you start earning. Remember, the world is filled with so many opportunities for us to start earning. There are so many opportunities, even I've never mentioned the online opportunities everywhere. But all I know is that there's money in even that little thing you are overlooking, even that thing that is vested in you or that is deposited inside of you. If you bring it out to begin to utilize it to solve problems, you will definitely earn from it. So let us continue to wait for more people to come up for one question or the other so that we proceed from the questions we have, we can proceed. From the questions we proceed. There are many ways to start earning something. There are many things. You can consider getting a 9 to 5 job and gradually you are building an online service or selling products online. But make sure if you are in your job, concentrate, put maximum focus and concentration so that you can be able to be productive in your work. Hmm. There are many things to do to start earning. There are many things, like many things to think of. Remember, strategy is everything. It depends how realistic your strategies are, how smart your strategies are. As far as you start doing something, think of what to do and you start doing it. You sure you definitely everything on earth, you should know there is money in everything on earth. There's nothing that one could possibly choose to do. You must earn from it. It depends on the strategy. It depends on how you package it. Will determine how well you do in that thing before you start earning. Like I run 9 to 5, but 9 to 5, I do 9 to 5. I also do my content creation. I teach specifically in the business niche, everything business. That is my number one, my top area of interest, my top strength, anything business. But I do not allow it to collide with my tasks or my responsibilities in my workplace. Remember, I said I have a side hustle business which I run as well. So, but before you start, you cannot just start multiple things, doing multiple things without planning yourself, without starting with one. You must start with one particular thing. Then you balance in that one particular thing. Introduce the second thing. Then you can introduce, when you are balancing the first, you introduce the second as a service you are rendering by the sideline, which will not conflict with your 9 to 5. I'm speaking for those who want to get a job, 9 to 5 job. So in your 9 to 5 job, make sure that your sideline service or business you're running online is not conflicting with your productivity in your workplace, because there's going to be a catastrophe as long as it's conflicting with it too. Learn how to manage your time. Then you can now introduce a service considering content creating, not just content creating, but create quality content that will add value in the lives of people. I'm using myself as an example. As a 9 to 5, I do 9 to 5 job. I teach about business, and I then have a side hustle business. These are the things that have been helping me to earn something. Remember, my side hustle business is born out of what I love doing the most. It's going to pay off for me, and yes, it has been paying off for me. But I started with no payment yet. I started doing it for free. I'm not saying you should do something for free, but it depends on how your mind tells you, your intuition tells you. I'm not saying you should offer a service for free, but I say I love to volunteer myself to do stuff like that before it started paying off for me. Planning to launch it as a business. That was why I picked up that job, to perfect my cleaning skills before I now ventured into business. I monetize it, and it's paying off for me. So that option could possibly work for you as long as you put in the maximum effort. Put in, and you expect manners to fall from heaven and to make things work for you. You must step out to do something. Invest your time. Remember that investing your time and stepping out to do something falls in one of the rules of money, which says you move under the sun. You cannot procrastinate what you want to do, your goals, your objectives. You cannot run away from responsibilities if you want to become something and earn from that thing. You must dedicate yourself. You must be able to carry responsibilities. So that is it. Welcome to my life. This is Blessing, the host moments with CEOs. Aside from learning, I teach everything business. I give out the little knowledge I have concerning earning and business.